It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Giants and the Eagles, next on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step in. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. 7 yards to pick up there. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Still fighting for more. And this will be a Giants first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll swing this out to Tony. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Throwing on first down. Wallace. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wallace. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches. And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable for Grant. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. On first down. Wallace, he finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. These two teams all tied after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he will have a Giants first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down. Four yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that'll make it third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get him down at the 34. And he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now first down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up. Ball at the 23, second and 8. From the gun, Wallace. They shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
That's how we do this.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a pick-6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick-6 going the other way.
Bass on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Rodgers now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On second down, Barkley. Powerful running. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And it's caught. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Nick Boyle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Grant on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, buddy.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. On 1st and 10, Wallace. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down, Wallace. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in?
You don't want no problem.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Wallace fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Azeez Ojulari able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. This is caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith has the first. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start things out with an AFC North matchup. Baltimore heading over to take on Cleveland. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass there. Lastly, the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 3rd down, Wallace. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Completes this again to Shepard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. A handoff to Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. To Boyle here over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Throwing after the interception, Wallace. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Wallace. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wallace, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Sanders. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Do what you do.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of.
Oh, he sheds himself free, and he works free. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Let's go.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. There the Eagles are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Barkley. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Johnson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And his pass incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing now is Rodgers. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wallace. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. Bulldozes past him. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. Second down, back to Sanders. Breaks through the contact, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles have retaken the lead. Well, they were in the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll turn to Sanders. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On first down, Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's complete to Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Bartney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 17. Rodgers now to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyd. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A gain of 6 there on first. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Let's get off the field.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Sanders. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Saquon Barkley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Man, it is a cruel game sometimes, as evidenced by that kick right there.
Yeah, this game has no remorse at times, does it? I have a feeling that when this left his foot, he thought he'd given his guys the lead, but that ball just kept moving on him. And in the end, you heard the sound, and he's denied by the goalposts.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.